Hello guys, this is Dala Machine Forex Dude, which is Ethan. So today we'll be analyzing Euro Australian dollar. So on this Euro Australian dollar, I noticed that the market actually wanna reverse back up. So due to the fact that I noticed that, it doesn't mean that the market will just actually reverse back up like that. No, we must have confirmation. So okay, let's start. Now we're just simply gonna start by looking at our support and resistance areas. So since here you notice that the market actually consolidated a bit from there and then it impulsed back up. So due to the fact that I have this consolidation here, I mark it and then wait for price to come back. You see, price pull back. Okay, so since price pull back, now I actually have to check the other areas which are significant on the market. So this is on weekly. This is on weekly. I'm just checking the areas which are significant on the market. So same as here. This area is highly significant. Actually, let me just use a line. Let me just use a horizontal line so that you can see this properly. You see, this area here is very significant on the market. Well, you can tell the way the market was moving, it was moving like this. It actually went down, then up, down, then it broke. Then it broke this resistance here. Just after breaking the resistance, it went up. After going up, it gave us a new high. This is our new high. And then it pulled back down, starting to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then it played around until we come back here. So now what we're gonna be doing, we're just gonna be focusing on marking our support and resistance areas. Actually, the significant areas which the market played around. Same as here, well, you can see that the market played around here. So yeah, I just marked the market. I marked that area. So okay, I come back here. I noticed that too the market played around. So yes, I marked that area. So just after marking those areas, this is all I need. I don't want to say many lines on my chart because it will end up confusing me. So now I change to a smaller time frame. When I change to a smaller time frame, it come to you that since this area which I marked later, it actually became very significant. It's very significant because the market just touched a bit and start to play around. So now what we can do is just to check is whether the market is it gonna buy or sell. Since you notice that here we're on the resistance area here, the market actually touched it firstly and then it touched it again and then started to go down. So now what we can basically use to check our our areas actually to confirm our areas where the market is actually gonna buy to. I'm just simply gonna use a Fibonacci. Just simply gonna use the Fibonacci to the highest and then to the lowest. And then now I just have to reverse it. Let me reverse it for you. Let me reverse it. Yes, I reversed it. So meaning that basically here now, since the market before guys, I just wanted to notice something. You cannot just buy the market because it's at our support. You can't buy the market because it's support here. You must have something called a market structure. So now let's build that market structure which we're looking for here. So now what you can do, the best thing which you can actually try to look first at is that just try simply analyzing the market using just the basic rules. Okay, you draw the trend lines. Well, this is my trend line. I won't draw two because basically you do understand how it is. So I just only drew one trend line. So on this market here, I noticed that the market moved down, up, down, and then started playing around. But one thing I noticed, the market never it's not always coming back here. It's not always coming back here. So meaning that this area is also significant. It's also significant. So I just mark it here with this candlestick. Just mark it there with that candlestick, and then pull my block there, pull my block there up to there. Yes. So therefore from there, since you notice that here we broke the structure, we actually broke the structure of the trend line, meaning that we're exiting the trend, meaning since we're on a downtrend, we're exiting the downtrend. Remember, this is on a daily time frame. Since we're exiting the downtrend, let's see a market structure or a pattern which is going to help us to see whether this market is going to turn or not. So now I just want us to actually check perfectly of how the market is moving. You see, just play it out like that. Again, touch that level, pull back down, and then started playing around here. Just after playing around here, it broke, and then pull back down, then up. You see the way it's moving, the way it's moving, the way it's moving. So basically, as for myself, I just want to see the market to come back here, and then I can break this level here so that I can have further buys. That's the only thing which I'm waiting for. So now let me just continue checking what's happening. Well, you can see that we broke from this trend, and now we're starting to dipsy bitsy move from a downtrend to an uptrend. But basically, we just want a confirmation or a level, just like this level which I found here. This is the level which you must check properly. So since the market was here, well, you notice that it actually went up, it tested the level, went back up again. And then one thing you can notice again is that check this out, check this out, check this out. This is how the market played out. This is how the market played out. You see the way it's moving? Yes, it played out like this. Played out like this. You see, now we're having something like a bullish flag due to the fact that this area is the significant area on the market because it's always touching here and it doesn't break this level. So we just have to be patient with the market to wait for it to pull back to that area so that we can buy this, so that we can buy our currency pair. So, okay, let's pull back down to a smaller time frame. Let's pull back down to a smaller time frame. Let's pull back down to a smaller time frame to see what's happening. So, well, this is 4 hours, right? This is 4 hours. So, what you can notice from the 4 hours time frame is that what you can note. Let me fix this first. Let me fix this properly. Let me fix this. Yes, let me fix this. Let me just fix this first. Yeah, it's fine like this. Yeah, it's fine like this. Yeah, let me just. Yeah, okay. So since you have noticed that the market here, it's giving us a bullish flag, and since before you cannot trade a bullish flag just by placing buys here. No, you must have we must see a breakout structure here. We must see a breakout structure here. So since the market had been playing around like this, it went up and then I mean down, up, down, then up, down, up. It respected the trend line, and then you see now it's starting to play around. So we actually went back down here to went back down here to touch this level. So according to my knowledge of trading something called a double bottom, this is a double bottom which you see here. Ne? So on a double bottom, you must have something called a nickel. A nickel. This is the nickel here. Since we broke the nickel last time, and we broke the nickel last time, so now the nickel is so significant on the market. That's why the market here. That's why the market when it pulled back down here, it started to retrace here because of the nickel. So what can happen here is that we can either break up to that upside, then we pull back down here, and then we can continue with our upward movement as we have checked on the daily time frame, as we have seen that on the daily time frame. That's how we can actually trade this thing. So this the important thing here is to break this area here so that we can move to that upside. And notice something, guys. Notice something. Always check on the lower time frames your support and resistance areas. Well, you can tell that this area here is also significant. This is this another area where the market got crushed here. You see the way it's moving, played around there. So therefore, meaning that now we're just gonna have buys to that upside, we're just gonna have buys to that upside. And now we're just using something called a breakout strategy. It's just a breakout strategy to that upside. So yeah, that's all for this is all for Euro AED. That's all for Euro AED. I didn't even have to use the RSI, but let's check the relative strength index indicator. You see what's telling us? It's telling us that you see we have a double bottom here, as you can see. So now it was just retesting this nickel here. So therefore from there we can exit this bullish flag, which you see on a daily time frame. And mind you, it might take time before it even breaks. It can even the market can even decide to just simply pull back down. You can just simply decide to pull back down. You can just simply decide to pull back down here to this block which I was talking about before it even breaks this thing. So what's important now is for you to be able to check whether how the market is moving and how it's gonna react when it comes to this level. So the way I can actually place my trade is like this. And then with a safe, we just this is okay. The stop loss is okay. The stop loss is okay. Okay. So to that upside movement, that's all I want. That's all I'm focusing on now. That's all I'm focusing on. You see, yeah, this is way more better. You see, so if you can exit this bullish flag before we actually come back down, meaning that you're just gonna do this. You're just gonna do this. You're just gonna do this. Yeah, that's how you can actually take a trade. You wait for the market to pull back, test here. before it goes up, before it even goes up. So yeah, that's all I got for you just for Euro AU. Thank you guys. Thank you.